All right, everyone, welcome back. So another laser video. This time, though, we're not going to be welding just simple coupons. We're actually going to show you guys building something. One of the things we've wanted for a while is an overhead camera mount, so we can put a camera above me looking straight down for doing some like repair type videos or instructional videos on troubleshooting like laser guns. We've got some machine repair videos we're going to make here pretty soon, so having that overhead camera be really nice. So what we're going to do is build a frame that'll attach to my weld table, and we'll be able to mount the camera. It'll actually be out of view here about 4 feet above my head looking straight down. So today we're going to use our dual scan 2000 watt laser running 045 4943 aluminum wire, and we're going to build this overhead camera mount. So we'll go ahead and kick the machine on. We'll show you some rough settings real quick, and then we'll get to building this thing. All right, so now we've got the machine on, so let's go ahead and run through some real quick setup, show you how we're going to set up for this. We're running 1/8 inch, 1 inch square tube aluminum, so let's show you the setup real quick. So we're going to select our material type. Going to go aluminum, 3 millimeter thick, 1/8 inches, 3.2 millimeters. So we're going to go, we'll set it on 3. We want to turn our wire feeder on. We'll want to double check our gas. We're right at 40 CFH, so we're good. And then we're going to arm our laser. So now we're armed. We are ready to fire. Let's go ahead and get suited up. We'll start tacking up this project, and we'll get to welding it real quick. All right, now that we're all suited up, I've got the machine on. We're adjusted. Safety gear on. Of course, I've got my laser-rated welding hood, FR jacket. So let's go ahead and tack this up. We'll start getting through this project. So we're going to come down to set the machine right to this corner. Couple little tacks. We'll sneak in here. And we'll put one right there. So now we got this thing tacked up. We'll go ahead and flip it, weld on the other leg. Then we'll weld those corners out. We'll stand it up. We've got some aluminum angle that we're going to clamp to the table. We'll stand this up, and then we'll weld it to that aluminum angle, and we'll pretty much be done with this. It'll be a pretty short project, but just kind of showing you guys how you can use this thing to actually build stuff. All right, so now we've got this frame flipped. We've got the other corner jigged back up. Do a couple little tacks, and then we'll start welding it up. We're just about really ready to start cranking on this thing. Right, tacked. So now we'll go ahead and unclamp it. All right, so now we've got some good tacks. I went ahead and welded one side over there so we can have we don't have to worry about it flopping around. So now we're ready to weld this thing out. So what I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna weld this inside corner, roll it down, and just weld it around real quick. All right, so now I've got 3 of my sides welded. Let's go ahead, we'll do this little vertical, or this little horizontal piece right here. All right, so this side's welded up. We'll go ahead and flip it around. I'll weld the other 3 sides over there, and then we're ready to stand it up and weld it to our aluminum angle mounts.
We got to climb and start because it's be a cut.
All right, we flipped the frame around. We did weld up one of these sides while it was laying flat over there, just so it wouldn't flop around too much. So we've got the inside fillet, a butt weld, and then this backside weld real quick. So we come in. All right, there we go. So now we've got our main upright frame welded. Now we just need to weld it to some little aluminum angle pieces we have that we're gonna bolt to the table. So we'll go ahead and flip this up, and we've got our center already marked. So we'll basically just put the tube right on there. I'll just weld the 4 sides, and this thing will be ready to get some overhead shots. All right, so now we've got the frame upright. We've got another piece of aluminum angle on the far side of the table out of shot. We've got it set down. We're all leveled up. So now it's just time to burn these 4 sides in. I'm not even gonna really tack this. I'm just gonna start welding it up. It's not gonna pull, especially with the lower heat input of the laser. It's not gonna try to pull it left or right. So we can just pretty much set it down there. If it's where we want it, we'll just start welding it and we'll be good to go. All right, so that's how fast it was to weld up that side. We're gonna go ahead and flip the frame again. I'll clamp this other piece of angle down. We'll weld up those 4 sides, and we'll be done and ready for overhead shots. All right, so we've got the frame switched around. This side, this side's still loose. So again, with the laser, it's not gonna pull too bad. So as long as I set my tube in the center, I'm just gonna hold it there with one hand and then start welding it. We'll be all good. So now it's locked in place. I don't need to hold it. That's pretty much that. That's how easy it is. Even doing custom stuff with a laser. We are going to put a gusset up top, but really this thing's pretty, just being some 1/8 inch, 1 inch square tube, it's really pretty sturdy already, but we will throw a little corner gusset in, and then this thing will be ready for some nice overhead shots. And so once we get this completely wrapped up, we'll throw those gussets in real quick, and we'll show you guys, we'll mount the camera up there and show you the overhead shot and kind of a wide angle of why we did it, and we'll be pretty much ready for better camera shots overhead now. All right, so now we've got the frame laid back down. We've got some little corner gussets. Just gonna fit it up in the corner. I'm gonna hold it with my hand. Like, so these are just gussets. They don't need to be, it's not going to the moon. So we'll just hold it in place. Let me get it squared up. That'll be good enough. Oh, I gotta turn my laser on. All right, we'll just flip it over. I'll weld this other side real quick. We'll go ahead and weld these sides while we're here. Miss this corner just a little bit. There we go. Right, that's welding up the gusset. We've got the other side already done. So now we're ready to use this thing. So we'll bolt it back to the table. We'll mount a camera to it real quick and we'll pan out and show you guys what we got. All right, so now we've pushed the camera back a little bit. You guys can see this overhead bracket we built. Of course, we put the gussets in there. So it's pretty sturdy. You know, actual weld time with the laser with everything cut, I mean, it might have taken me 3 or 4 minutes to weld up everything. So even like little custom projects like that, outside of just doing, you know, heavy production, little custom stuff, the laser can be pretty handy in a shop environment. But we've got the camera mounted up here. I've got a little screen you guys can't see, so I can see the overhead shot. But now, when we are doing like gun videos, showing you how to work on the guns, or even we're going to start doing some more machine repair videos. Now we've got a nice overhead shot instead of trying to shoot from back where you guys are viewing from, shooting down. You can't really get some of the angles we'd like to get. So this overhead cam is going to open up a lot of opportunities for us to show you guys a lot higher quality content. So hope you guys liked the little project video. I know it was pretty simple, but we just wanted to do something other than welding up coupons, kind of show you guys how to use the laser in, you know, a more practical manner than just practice. So hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you around soon. Have a good one.